Let's understand the Hadoop versions. As the data being stored and processed increases in its complexity, so do Hadoop, where the developers bring out various versions to address the issues and simplify the complex data processes. The updates are automatically implemented as Hadoop development follow the base node and to fix the model. Hadoop has two versions. First one is Hadoop 1 and second one is the Hadoop version 2. Then we implement the Hadoop versions. The Hadoop common module is a jar file which acts as the base API on top of which all the other components work. Version 1 being the first one come into existence is rock solid and has got to no new updates. It has a limitation on the scaling nodes with just a maximum of 4000 nodes for each cluster. The functionality is limited utilizing the slot concept, that is, the slots are capable of running a map task or a reduced task. The next component is the Hadoop distributed file system, commonly known as HDFS, which plays the role of a distributed storage system that is designed to cater to large data with a block size of 64 megabytes for supporting the architecture. It is further divided into two components. Name node, which is used to store metadata about the data node placed with the master node. They contain details like the details about the slave node, indexing and their respective locations along with timestamps for time scaling. Then data nodes used for storage of data related to the applications in use placed in the slave nodes. Hadoop 1 uses the MapReduce data processing model. It is not capable of supporting on other non-MR tools. MR has two components. Job tracker is used to assigning or reassigning tasks related to MapReduce to an application called Task Tracker is located in the node clusters. It additionally maintains a log about the status of the task tracker. The task tracker is responsible for executing the functions which have been allocated by the job tracker and sensor cross the status report of these tasks to the job tracker. The network of the cluster is formed by organizing the master node and slave nodes, which of this cluster is further divided into tracks which contain a set of commodity computers or nodes. Whenever a large storage operation for big data set is received by the Hadoop system, the data is divided into separable and organized blocks that are distributed into different nodes. Then we understand the Hadoop version 2. Version 2 for Hadoop was released to provide improvements over the lags which the users faced with version 1. Let's throw some light over the improvements that the new version provides. HDFS Federation, which has improved to provide for horizontal scalability for the name node. Moreover, the name node was available for a single point of failure only. It is available on varied points. This is going to Hadoop stack has been increased to include the stacks such as Hive, Pig, which make this tab well equipped, enabling me to handle failures and pertaining to name node. YARN stands for Yay Another Resource Network, has been improved with the new ability to process data in larger term, that is petabyte and terabyte, to make it available for the HDFS while using the applications which are not MapReduce based. These include applications like MPI and Giraffe. Then we move on to the Hadoop framework. Hadoop framework is the popular open source big data framework used to process a large volume of unstructured, semi-structured and structured for analytic purpose. This is licensed with Apache software. Hadoop framework is mainly involves storing and data processing or computation task. It includes a distributed file system, that is HDFS, MapReduce for data computing, YARN for resource management, job scheduling and other standard utilities for advanced functionalities to manage the Hadoop clusters and distributed data system. Hadoop is implemented using the Java libraries for the framework and components functionalities. Hadoop supports batch processing of data and can be implemented through commodity hardware. Solution for big data. It deals with the complexities of high volume, velocity, variety of data. Then it has set up the open source project. It stores a large volume of data reliably and allows massively distributed components. Hadoop keys attributes are redundancy and reliability, absolutely no data loss. So primarily focuses on batch processing and then it runs only on commodity hardware. So you don't need to buy any special expensive hardware. Hadoop framework has four components, that is common utilities, HDFS, Hadoop Distributed File System, and Hadoop Yarn and Hadoop MapReduce. First one is the Hadoop common or common utilities. These are nothing but the Java libraries, files, scripts and utilities that are actually required by the other Hadoop components to perform. Second one is the HDFS or Hadoop Distributed File System. Why has Hadoop chosen to incorporate a distributed file system? So let's understand this with an example. We need to read 1 terabyte of data and we have one machine with 4 input-output channels, each channel having 100 Mbps. So it took 45 minutes to read the entire data. The same amount of data is read by 10 engines, each with 4 IO channels, each channel having 100 Mbps. Guess the amount of time it takes to read that all data, 4.3 minutes. HDFS solves the problem of storing big data. The two main components of HDFS are name node and data node. The name node is the master. We may have a secondary name node. If the primary name node stops working, the secondary name node will act as a backup. The name node basically maintains and manages the data nodes by storing metadata. The data node is the slave, who is basically the low cost commodity hardware. We can have multiple data nodes. The data node stores the actual data. This data node supports the replication factor. Suppose if one data node goes down, the data can be accessed by the other replicated data node. Therefore, the accessibility of data is improved and the loss of information is prevented. Third one is the Hadoop MapReduce. It solves the problem of processing big data. Let's understand the concept of MapReduce by solving this real world problem. ABC company wants to calculate its total sales city-wise. The hash table concept won't work because data is terabyte to use the MapReduce idea. So there are two phases. First one is map and second one is reduce. First, we will split the data into smaller chunks called the mappers based on the key value pair. So here the key will be the city name and the value will be the total sales. Each mapper will get each month's data which gives a city name and corresponding sales. Then second point is it will get these piles of data and each reducer will be responsible for either north or west, east or south cities. The reducer's work will be collecting these small chunks and converting them into larger amounts by adding them up to a particular city. Last one is the Yarn framework, yet another resource negotiator. The initial version of Hadoop had just two components, that is MapReduce and HDFS. Later it was realized that MapReduce couldn't solve a lot of big data problems. The idea was to take the resource management and job scheduling responsibilities away from the old MapReduce engine and give it to a new component. So this is how Yarn came into the picture. It is the middle layer between HDFS and MapReduce, which is responsible for managing cluster resources. It is having two key roles to perform. First one is job scheduling and resource management. Job scheduling. When a large amount of data is given for processing, it needs to be distributed and broken down into different tasks or jobs. Now, the job scheduling decides which position needs to be given the top priority. The time interval between two positions, dependency among the jobs, checks there is no overlapping between the jobs running. Then second one is the resource management. For processing the data and storing the data, we need resources, right? So the resource manager manages and maintains the resources to store and process the data. So now we are clear about the concept of Hadoop and how it solves the challenges created by the big data.